April 19th, I will be doing a alcohol marker class at the Blick Tampa location. So, I dropped the markers. I feel like I get a pot.
That's not a pot.
Okay, what is this?
That's the inside of the rice cooker.
Okay.
So freaking cool!
Touch. Main course, the one that I'm the most excited to talk about, and that is this guy right here. I'm not paying attention, guess what's gonna happen? An evil clown. And then I put the meat like that in there?
Actually...
It is windy out here, so let's go ahead and head inside. Yeah, me and Sarah have slowly been making this place a home. We've been moving in, and I have to say, Falcor looks amazing in her tank. Seriously, this little sea corn dog is absolutely adorable. We got her a new tank, and yeah, things have been a little on the crazy side. We've been super busy. We have some friends coming over soon, so of course I got that getting ready. But I've also taken time to get the studio set up, and yeah. Oh my gosh, I gotta take a deep breath. This is so nice. I have an actual room dedicated to making art. Not the corner of my bedroom, not the small little 4x5 area of the garage, which was really more like a 3x4, but actually have space. This is awesome. So I want to give a couple updates. So I talked about the birthday that I had at the beginning of the month in last month's vlog, so do apologize that unfortunately did take a little longer to come out than I intended. I'm currently working on getting some posters up on the wall, so this will be where I will film. I'm gonna have a camera here. Now, I used my birthday money to buy this guy right here. This is my first McFarlane Batmobile. When I saw they were doing the Batman Beyond Batmobile, I had to have this. You guys know I am a massive Batman Beyond fan. In fact, here it is, and oh my gosh, this is probably the coolest thing McFarlane has made. I am in love with it. I also have my original Batmobile right there. That's the one I actually played with when I was a kid. And I also have the TV. I'm watching Scooby-Doo. And I also picked up Wildcat. I'm going to talk about them in a minute in this video. I will do a full studio tour. I will do an apartment tour. But, like I said, me and Sarah have been kind of busy. We did bowling with some friends, we hung out with some friends, we had a couple people over. We're actually having one friend come over soon, and she's coming out of town. So we have been stupidly busy, and Sarah's actually off getting groceries while I'm cleaning the house. And I just finished cleaning the house, and now I'm putting up posters, so I'm like, you know what? I think now is going to be a good time to take a little break to talk to you guys. I'm so excited. I mean, actually having a room to make art in. And I found some cool stuff. So I actually went through all of the boxes that we had in storage, and I condensed them. I got rid of some stuff, gave some stuff to some Goodwill, gave some stuff to the comic shop, and also gave some stuff to some friends because I just didn't need it anymore. I had too much stuff, so I was cleaning it through and really happy I was able to not only condense everything so it's fewer boxes, but also relocate a lot of that stuff so that it has a better home. Among one of those things was that guy right there, Bob the Soul, one of my favorite creations in my work in comics, and my friend Sam actually made that for me. So I sent a picture of that to her husband. I was like, hey Drew, I found this. And he was like, oh my gosh, my wife made that. I'm like, I know, it's so cool. And then our other friends from college were like, oh, it's been so long since I've seen that. And I'm like, I know. And I just love the fact that there's only two in existence. I have one, and my friend Red has one, but mine has a bow tie and his does not. So mine is the fancy Bob the Soul. Now I have a couple posters that I'm going to try and put up on the wall. I also have the closet, which is fully clean and organized now. My next goal is to get a DVD player for this shelf right here. And then I'm also going to try and get a frame to make this look like it's a frame piece of art and probably mount it on the wall. I think that'd be really cool because as much as I do like it here, just a little awkward when I'm sitting in this chair. Doesn't perfectly line up, like it needs to be a little bit more over. So I think it'd be really cool to put it right there on the wall and make it look like a frame. Either way, I got the Cthulhu poster up. Now, I don't know if I showed this or not, and I do apologize if I already did, but this is my absolute most favorite character me and Sarah got, so I had to put that on this back wall. Now, traditionally, when I have a backing, it's usually Batman stuff, because I'm a massive Batman guy. Like, Batman is my favorite superhero of all time. But I've been thinking recently, when I had the space in my childhood home, I realized that the backing of just art was way better. So I had the art books right behind me along with some of my own artwork and some artwork of friends. And I thought, you know what? I'm an art channel. I think that works out way better. I like that idea more. So I'm going to try and have the stuff that's behind me be artwork that either I have made or has been gifted to me, or I have purchased. So what I mean by that is obviously I purchased that caricature, but that guy right there is a local artist that she did a beautiful Halloween piece by taking pieces of paper and rolling them up. I mentioned her before. I'm going to mention her again and link her in the description. I do apologize that I forget her name. I don't want to get it wrong. I could have sworn it's Mary, but I think I'm mistaken. However, I do know that we share the same birthday, and she's a pretty cool lady. She was on the news. She's really nice. Haven't got a chance to talk with her a while, so I'm probably going to reach out after this video. But I wanted that piece there because that was one of her first pieces, and I fell in love with it. I'm also going to have parts of the Realistic Wrath series up on the wall. Of course, I'm going to have the Magician, which is absolutely one of my most favorite pieces I've ever made. I'm going to have this guy right here. So this is a copy of what I sent my friend because she has the original. I'm also going to make sure that this Blue Beetle, which was a gift from my friend Elise, oh my gosh, this is one of the most thoughtful gifts someone has made me. I absolutely love this, so I want to make sure that I have that on the wall too. So like I said, it's going to be a mixture of my art and art that I've bought and art that was made for me. So I think that's going to be really cool. As soon as I get the T-Rex back, I'm going to put the T-Rex in the night there as well, but right now I just kind of got to plan around it. But yeah, I really like how it's coming along. It's like 99% there. I just got to push it a little bit further. Absolutely love how this came out. All my paints are organized. Now, I will be doing a dedicated studio tour. I don't know when that video is going to come out. I just want to get this place a little more organized. I will make it and I will post it. Again, just as a reminder, I do film in advance, so maybe a while before you see it in the videos itself, but of course you will see it in the vlog, so just a little reminder there. And in addition, when we do get the place fully looking good, I will do a full dedicated apartment tour, and that will be in the vlog. So for those who watch the vlogs, you get the apartment tour, and for those who don't, you still get the studio tour. I think it's very fair to split them up because I have two audiences, ones that like the vlogs, ones that don't, and I like to cater to both. Oh, and by the way, I actually redid the space 3 times. So my original idea was to have this guy against the wall. Didn't like it. I tried to set it up, it didn't look good. So then I moved it over here, and originally it was actually further back against the wall, and that black drawer right there was over here, under this shelf. So after trying it out, really didn't like it. It just felt too closed in, and I went from going from a 3x4 to this. So I wanted something bigger. So I decided, hey, I think it would be best to take that black drawer, put it over there. So I shifted everything over, and I'm so glad I did because it really lets this be more open, really gives it the space and feeling that I need. My only complaint is the carpet. I really need to get a better type of plastic mat. So I have one there. It's not very good. It's not very big. I need to get something that's bigger, a little more durable. Make sure that's there so I can protect the carpet. And yeah, this space will be perfect. Really appreciate you guys being super supportive. So many of you guys were saying such nice things during the move, and I also apologize for the vlogs being more, I won't say put on the back burner, but definitely not as high quality as I normally like to have. That's it for this section right here. Stay tuned for, of course, my thoughts on the Batmobile, and of course stay tuned for my thoughts on Wildcat. I can't wait to talk about them. So this is the first clip that I'm filming at the desk, so I have no idea how the audio sounds. I also know the lighting is terrible. I only have 4 lights. 2 of them are the bright whites, while 2 are the sunshine yellow lights. Yeah, I'm working on things, guys. I mean, I've only been in here a little bit of time, so you gotta give me a little bit of just forgiveness on the slightly lower production scale. But I really wanted to talk about toys, so I have 3 things that I'm gonna talk about right now. The McFarlane Toys Batman Beyond Batmobile, the McFarlane Toys 1939 Batman, which, yes, I know I talked about him, but I want to talk about him again, and my most recent purchase as of yesterday, the McFarlane Toys Wildcats. So, to start with the figure that I already talked about, but I want to talk about again, is the first appearance Batman. Now, I have to say that after posing and setting up my current McFarlane Toys display, and literally playing with every single figure I have from that toy line, I have to say, this is my favorite. I am in love with this figure. For one, the joints are super solid, which I know can be a case-to-case basis, but the joints are solid, the sculpt is perfect. It captures that look of Batman so well, where so many other figures who are based off of this design have failed. I mean, this guy not only has the correct boots, the correct belt, but the correct gloves. They're purple, they don't have the spikes, the ears are perfect, the face is perfect. I mean, the fact that the symbol doesn't have the bat ears on it, that's a detail that everyone always gets wrong. The only thing about this figure that's inaccurate is the cape. It's supposed to be a split scallop cape to create the look of bat wings. Here you can see that they did not do this. Now, I have seen some people actually go in and cut the cape to actually give it the correct look. Something I'm not going to do because I think the cape is perfect. I know it's inaccurate, but it doesn't bother me. It also has a bendy wire, so it poses perfectly. I mean, if they did a plastic classic cape, this figure would not look as good as it does. And he just feels really solid. He poses super well. He comes with a bunch of extra hands. He comes with a wrench. I mean, this thing is perfect. I love this thing. I have a soft spot for that 1939 first appearance of Batman. I just think it's super cool, super iconic. It's cool to see where the character started and how he evolved. And I really love this thing. My only complaint with the entire figure, because the cape, yes, it's not accurate. It doesn't bother me because of how good it looks, but I don't like that the neck joint's at the base of the neck instead of the top. It can create some poses that look a little awkward. You can have a gap. It's just something that does bother me. But besides that, this is my absolute favorite McFarlane figure as of this video. I am in love with this thing. It's perfect. It's amazing. It is such a great quality figure, and I'm so happy that it has a prominent display on my shelf. And I really came to this conclusion playing and posing with all my other McFarlane figures for the display. So that really set into stone just how good this figure is, and I wanted to do an updated little talk about this guy. Let's talk about one of the guys that trained Batman, Wildcat. So I love Wildcat. He's such a fun character. My first introduction to the character, which may have been like many other people my age, was that episode of Justice League Unlimited. And of course I got to see more in Brave and the Bold, and I went back to read comics, and I really, really, really like Wildcat. He's such a fun character. He's a simple character. He's a boxer turned superhero. You know, I don't know why I would connect with that. It's not like I have my own superhero that is a boxer turned superhero. I really do like Wildcat. Now, there's two versions of this figure. There's a black one and a blue one. I really want the black one, but after seeing the blue one in person, it really sold me. I really like how this figure looks. Also, super solid sculpt. It looks really good. It's not the same sculpt as the Batman one. It doesn't have the same detailing. And of course, you do have the wrap bandages and the head, which the head sculpt's like perfect. I absolutely love how this thing looks. This is such a great figure, so I had to put him in a boxing pose, and he just looks amazing on my shelf. Definitely want to pick up more characters in the Justice Society. Again, I have a soft spot for those characters, especially Alan Scott Green Lantern and Jay Garrick. I absolutely love those versions of the Flash Green Lantern, so I want to get those to put him next to here. I also think it would look really good next to a Dr. Fate and a Hawkman. This guy to the side, and now get to the piece de resistance, the main course, the one that I'm the most excited to talk about, and that is this guy right here. This is the McFarlane Batman Beyond Batmobile. Oh my gosh, this thing is amazing. So first off, this is the first Batmobile that I have picked up from McFarlane. I have skipped on quite a few of their Batmobiles just because I already have them, or I just didn't feel the need for them, or they're good, yes, but it didn't feel like it was a necessity. But when I saw this guy getting released, I said, I have to get this. So I used my birthday money. Let me tell you something. I do not regret buying this guy. So there's a couple of things about this Batmobile I do want to address. For one, the design. This is not the original Batman Beyond Batmobile. In fact, to show you guys, I actually have right over here the original Batman Beyond Batmobile toy. It's not perfect, but it's pretty accurate. And yes, this is actually the one that I've had since I was a little kid. And it kind of still works sometimes if I'm very careful with it. So it has this cool gimmick. You can even fold these guys down. Top part opens, action figure. I should at some point clean this guy and get rid of the stickers, but I kind of have a soft spot for this. It also has a disc launcher gimmick, but I'm not going to shoot the disc. I only have like 2 left. But yeah, this is the Batman Beyond Batmobile from the show. So these are smaller. It has this fin design here. I mean, it is a very different Batmobile. When you compare these two side by side, they look very, very different. And while part of me would have wanted a updated version of this guy and have a show accurate version of the Batman Beyond Batmobile, I definitely think that is something that McFarlane can do later on down the road. I definitely think you could retool parts of this into that Batmobile. This is definitely more to the comic. So much so that it's really meant for the neo-gothic Batman Beyond figure, which they do advertise on the packaging fits in here. So out of all the cool Batman Beyond figures they have made, it's the neo-gothic one that they advertise with this one, which I think is major, major misfire, because that's just not a good design. I'm sorry. I liked the comic. It was good. But the design they gave Batman Beyond, that neo-gothic design is awful. I'm just going to say that now. It's terrible. I'm cool with the bigger symbol. I'm cool with the weird extra red pieces on the side. The red fingers, the pointy chin, the extra ears, it just doesn't work. I'm sorry, guys. Neo-Gothic Batman Beyond is a terrible design, but the Batmobile looks amazing. So there's a couple things about this guy. One, the stand says Batman Beyond, and it comes with a metal rod. So you can put this guy right on there. It looks like he's floating, and you don't have to worry about a plastic rod bending over time. So I love that they went the extra mile, gave us a metal rod. Of course, if you don't like it, you can always hang it with some fishing strings. I've done that with some figures in the past. Might do it with this guy. I really like how this looks. And he also has some lights and sound. Now, I'm not sure how well you can see the lights here, but pushing this button in the back. So he has a light up mode that pulses. He has just a straight light up mode, which will eventually fade, and a lights and sounds. So the cockpit lights up, the back lights up. You can even push this hidden button and you can see it, which, oh man, that looks really good. That just looks good. And if you look really close, you could actually see the screen has a picture of the Joker from the Batman Beyond movie, Return of the Joker. That is great attention to detail. I love that. Now, this guy is meant to fit in scale with your normal McFarlane figures. And I can confirm they do fit inside. However, the Batman Beyond figure that I have in here is not the 7-inch scale one. It's actually their animated, which, while I do like the look of the figure, I find that super fragile and very difficult to stand. So the fact that he just fits so perfectly in here, like he's a little too small, which means that he's perfect for the actual visual look, because in the show, Terry was like in there. So I really wanted to recreate that pose, and I felt like with the animated Batman Beyond one that they've released, he fits just absolutely perfect in the cockpit. The scale is just perfect in my mind. So this is where my McFarlane animation accurate Batman Beyond chills. He's going to live in here forever. But my comic one, which is not the neo-gothic, as I don't have that figure, and I don't plan to pick that figure up, I don't care how he looks in here. I think that design is awful, and I'm never picking up that figure. So I think this is a perfect substitute for that. Now, I actually cannot put my other Batman Beyond figure in here, which is the comic book one. So that figure has wings that, as far as I'm aware, cannot be detached without damaging the figure. So if I do pick up a second version of that figure, I will modify it and take off the wings so I can have a winged and non-winged version. But it is something I didn't want to address, that as good as that figure looks, and I think he will look absolutely perfect in this Batmobile, there's no way to do it without damaging the figure. I love the way this looks. I love the stand too. The fact that this actually hovers is just absolutely amazing. Like, this is such a great Batmobile. I love it. Super simple build, by the way. You just have to attach these side pieces. And I really do love this design. I think this is a really great Batmobile. Is it the dream Batman Beyond Batmobile I've wanted? No, because I would still love to have an updated version of this. Something that is 100% show accurate, that has the right coloring, the decals, just update it with modern sounds. And again, go ahead and give us that stand. That'd be cool, because this guy has wheels so you can roll it on the ground, but I think it'd be really cool to have a stand. So there's definitely ways that they could revisit Batman Beyond. I think it'd be really cool. I think it would print money if they did a second Batman Beyond Batmobile that was the animation accurate one. I think that'd be really cool. Will they do it? I don't know. I really am hesitant to say yes, because I'm still waiting for a Robin Beyond figure from them. We got Batwoman Beyond, but I really want Robin Beyond, so they're a little hesitant to give us some Batman Beyond stuff unless it's like the newer stuff, because why would they choose Neo-Gothic Batman Beyond over Robin Beyond? Like, this is such a better design. I'm sorry, it just is. But anyway, I had to talk about this. This is honestly probably my favorite thing that McFarlane has released outside of their figures. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. I took a bunch of photos of this thing. I really just want to set it up and draw it and just make some Batman Beyond art. And I really do love the fact that I was able to find my original Batman Beyond Batmobile to compare them, because you can really see just how different these designs are. I mean, they're similar, yes, but one definitely nails the animation and one definitely nails the comics. But with that said, let me know which one you like more, the animated one or the comic one. That is it for this clip. I gotta get ready because I got some stuff to do and I gotta finish putting art on the wall. So let me know what you guys think of this too. And I will be working on the lighting and audio. So apologize for the low quality, but let's get on with the next clip.
Dude, these seats are awesome.
Dude, like, okay, we can literally go to the glass. You want to touch it?
Let's do it.
This is so freaking cool.
Touch. I touched the glass.
I've seen enough horror movies to know that as soon as I decide to film with an open background, when I'm not paying attention, guess what's going to happen? An evil clown maybe a killer clown from outer space, or a shape-shifting alien, a slasher from a camp, or a home invasion movie. Oh wait, I'm not Italian, so I think we're safe from the home invasion. Either way, there's gonna be some demonic force or ghost that's gonna walk behind me, because as far as I'm aware, this place isn't haunted. I hope it's not haunted, but I don't know 100%. Either way, I'm making some dinner, and since I'm a grown man that has his own place and whose wife is currently out of town visiting family, I'm doing the only sensible and responsible thing, and that is to make breakfast for dinner. So, I got some Eggos, and ooh, I also have my Batman toaster out, which does make toast, by the way, with the bat signal. Looks like it does not work with the Eggos, so unfortunately no bat signal for my Eggos. But I decided to just kind of film real quick and talk to you guys because Sarah is out of town. She's visiting family, like I mentioned. My best friend Lucy came into town, which was nice. Unfortunately, she came into town 2 days after Sarah left, so all three of us couldn't hang out, but we had a lot of fun in the Lightning game. I had not been to a hockey game since I was 5. With that said, though, I have a couple days while Sarah is not here, which means that I can theoretically do whatever I want, and as a grown man, I'm making breakfast for dinner. I can hear my wife already saying that I should have made a veggie to go with this, but in my defense, opening the freezer, I can see here, okay, she actually did buy veggies for me to make, but, okay, corn does not go with Eggos, and I also don't know how to make these too. I did some drawing, so I'm hoping to get a little bit more work done. Now that I have the studio set up, I need to ease into artwork again because it's been a little bit since I actually sat down and did some dedicated art. I was super busy during the move and with my new job. I haven't really had a lot of time to draw, so I'm hoping to curve that today. So, let's go ahead and see what I can do. So, it's my turn to cook dinner, and despite feeding myself and cooking food a whole week that you, Sarah, behind the camera, were gone, you requested that I cook a meal for you.
Yes.
So, you said I could not cook Eggos for dinner.
No.
So, you want you want this.
No, you're the one who picked that out.
I was about to say I picked this out because I feel decently confident I can cook this. So I got a thing of meat.
Mm-hmm.
I got mac and cheese.
You got a lot of mac and cheese. You got 4 boxes.
I only need 2, right?
1 or 2.
Okay, so these 2 away.
And that'll give us enough for lunch tomorrow as well.
So I feel like I get a pot.
That's not a pot.
Okay, what is this?
That's the inside of the rice cooker.
Okay, so that is the inside of the rice cooker. We're just gonna put this right here. We ain't cooking rice the Asian way. I'm sorry, but that meme is so funny. If you guys haven't seen that meme, you need to look it up right now. So the pans aren't here, right? This is a pan.
Is it?
This is a pot. Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to put the meat in the pot, right?
Are you? Also think about your mac and cheese.
Oh, do I cook them at the same time?
That's up to you.
Do I cook them in the same pot thing? Do I open this? Like, is it like an egg? Do I fill? Okay, I'm serious. I don't know. Do I fill this with water and put this in there?
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
1 step at a time.
Okay.
Are you going to cook the meat first, or are you going to cook mac and cheese first?
I think I will cook the meat first.
Okay, good. Grab a skillet.
What's that?
The short ones.
The short ones. Is that this?
Something you fry something in a skillet.
Like this?
Yes, that's a skillet.
Okay, so this is a skillet.
Yes.
Okay. Sarah, drop the camera and help me. Do I fill this with water, and then I put the meat like that in there?
Actually, we don't need to fill it with water.
Okay, so what do we fill it with?
Nothing. You fill it with meat.
Do I put butter in there? Do I take it out of the packaging?
I'll give you a guess.
Yes? Okay, so here, hold this. How do I wrap this metal? Okay, so I just cut it?
Just stab it.
Just stab it? Like champagne, I just...
It's actually even more fun than that. Set it down.
Okay. Do you cut it in half?
Then you can open it up and get it out.
So...
There's not really a wrong way to do it.
Looks like Play-Doh.
Well, yeah, it's raw meat.
Play-Doh is just raw meat? So do I just coat with the olive oil?
No, I just...
Like that?
It's okay, yeah. You spread the olive oil around, that's good. You don't have to use your hands.
Yeah, I was about
You
to say.
can if you want, but you don't
Yeah,
have
no, I
to.
I don't wanna.
Do you see my wooden spatula in the dish tray?
Okay, so that's this guy.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and just chop them up.
Like that?
Yep.
Does it have to be like even slices?
No, you're just chopping it up.
Okay, good, because I quickly gave up on the even slices.
And go ahead and bring it on over here onto the stove.
Okay, so onto the stove like that?
And do you want to add any spices to it at this point?
Yeah, let's do some adobo. I put this on everything, and I don't know how to cook. Mom puts this on everything. She does know how to cook, so I think that's like one of the good rules.
Fair.
So oh my gosh, there was a lot. So that was going to bring up, oh man, do I just...
We'll take her.
So do I, like that?
Yeah. Would you
No
like to?
measurement?
Not necessary.
Just kinda until I feel like?
Pretty much. Adobo is a beautiful one that you can add. You can add too much if you keep going.
Okay.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Okay.
Would you like to add anything else?
Yo, let's do some garlic powder.
Okay.
Oh, it's getting like everywhere. Why is cooking so messy?
Says the artist.
Yeah, well, okay, that's a fair point. But I'm not like one of those like splatter artists that just takes the paint and hopes for the best. I guess onion powder?
Okay.
That feels right.
Okay.
Black pepper.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That scared me, I'm not gonna lie. It tastes nothing but pepper.
What's paprika? Is that just peppers?
Take a whiff of it. Typically it tastes about the way it smells.
Okay, I'll do a little dash.
Okay.
Little dash. Barbecue sauce.
Maybe not.
Gotcha. Thyme? Thyme. I remember this one. I don't remember if I like it though. I just remember the name.
Maybe add a little salt. I mean, I think that's like the one seasoning you didn't take out of the cabinet. I don't have a lot, but you grabbed like...
There's some stuff I missed.
You grabbed like everything.
do I still just do I like knead it like Play-Doh still? That's the closest analogy I have, by the way.
You can kind of leave it still until you start to hear it fry.
How does the guy, is it like that? He takes the salt and goes like that?
No, he doesn't flick his hand, but he keeps curling and then he just kind of...
Oh yeah, it's like
yeah, like
that.
that.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Get good shot, little. Is that how it does it?
Something like that.
Oh my gosh. I promise you I'm an adult.
Uh-huh.
I am a legal, responsible adult. I pay taxes. I don't know how they work, but I pay them. It's making a noise. Is it supposed to do that?
Yes.
Why does it sound like screaming?
We just ignore that. It's done screaming, see?
You know what? I think this is why I'm so scared of your grandma. Because she cooks all the time and she puts up with this.
Honestly, though.
Do I flip it like a burger?
Just start chopping it up and like stirring it.
Like that?
Basically, yeah. You want to make sure that like the brown part comes up so that the red part can go down and get brown.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good.
I don't feel like I'm doing it right.
You're doing it.
So is it supposed to be making that much noise?
Yes. It just means it's frying.
Is there supposed to be that much pink?
The more you cook it, the less pink it gets.
Okay.
You cook it until there's no more pink.
Anyway, this is the test footage for Josh Learns to Cook. So I feel like this is done.
Okay. Then take it off the heat. Then turn the heat off.
Okay.
Other way, sweetie. Where it says off. There you go.
There we go.
Well, now you want to drain off the fat. True.
And then I just...
Then maybe get your spatula.
Oh, this is a two-handed technique. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So do I just... Okay.
Let me show you this one. I'll show you the advance.
Show me the advance.
So I want to move the meat out of the way so you can get to the grease.
Oh, you get it from the pan. I thought you meant the meat itself. Okay, so the meat's done.
Mm-hmm.
So now we cook the mac and cheese.
Okay.
So this I think I know how to do. I fill it with water, right?
Well, let's check the box. Which one do you want to do? Well, I would do these two or these two. Because they're both the same.
We'll do these two.
Right, check the back of the box.
So, step 1. Boil 6 cups of water.
We don't necessarily have to measure them out. Is that the largest pan we've got?
That is a pan that we have, and I have the cup of... No, wait! Measuring cup.
There you go.
This drawer here.
Yes.
And that's... a teaspoon.
That's a spoon.
Where's your measuring cup?
I don't know. Not in there.
Sarah, we had fortune cookies?
You're the one that put them in the drawer.
I did not put I put the sauce in the drawer,
Where's-
not the fortune cookie.
The segment is no longer Josh Learns to Cook. The segment is now Josh reads the instructions.
Okay.
What do they say?
Step 1, Oh, boil the water.
There you go.
Okay. So I boil the water first. So I just put it right.
Mm-hmm. Once the water starts boiling.
A lot of people make fun of guys in my generation, and I can see why.
Jocelyn should read the instructions.
Wait. Let me take a page from Jazza. I'm a kinesthetic learner.
You know what they say about watch pots?
Never boil.
Exactly.
Just cut. Just kill it. Do I just? Okay, that one wasn't impressive. There we go. Okay, and then I stir them. I remember that. Do I use the wooden spoon?
No.
What do I use?
A spoon.
Just a spoon?
The plastic one, so it doesn't like scratch my paint. These are very when stirring.
Yes.
There is stirring, but then there's also stirring to make sure like pasta doesn't stick together. So you want to there just like that.
Is this supposed to? I don't trust this.
No, it's good.
Okay.
It can hold up to like 50 pounds.
So, oh no.
Doing good.
Is that supposed to?
You're doing good.
Okay.
You got this.
Ah!
Woo!
I lost like 2 max.
Oh,
No.
it's okay.
No. What was next on the box I threw away? Did I put it back in?
Mhm.
Oh, whoa. Is that okay to eat?
It's normal.
I don't feel like that. That looks like plastic got in there.
No, it's starch.
Starch? Oh, so starch just looks like plastic? Okay.
Well, boiled starch does.
Okay, so now I put this back in here, right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's hot.
Mm-hmm. Might want to put the pan down, and yep. There you go. Good job.
Okay, so now I put in the cheese.
Read the instructions. That's what you give for throwing it away. So, because it's a whole stick of cold butter, what would be a good idea to help it melt faster?
Put it in the microwave.
Quiz time. Nope.
Run hot water on it.
No.
I don't know.
Cut it up.
Cut it? Okay. So I just unwrap this.
Here, how about you go ahead and measure out 2 cups of milk. 1 cup of milk, and I will...
You'll handle this?
I'll handle the butter for you.
You'll handle the butter?
Yes.
I'm not skilled enough. I haven't graduated yet.
Okay.
Oh, wait, these have little safety guys.
Because those are kitchen scissors. They should really only be used for foodstuffs.
This counts as food stuff, right?
Yes.
So I just go in.
Just raw dog it.
Just so do I stir it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's sticking everywhere. I was not prepared for the stirring fast part.
There it is. Scoop it. Scoop and stir. Do a scoop and stir. Beautiful.
So this is why when I make pasta by myself, it's very powdery.
Yes, because you got to scoop and stir. Don't stir it like a cartoon. Stir like that.
Okay, well that's my only frame of reference because
I know.
I didn't have formal education on matters.
All right.
Okay, that feels right.
How about we add the meat like to our plates? That way it's kind of like all.
All right, and I have cooked a meal.
Woo!
I made some mac and cheese, some steak,
Ground beef.
I am a master chef.
You're getting there.
I would like 5 Michelin stars for my amazing, bountiful meal that I have made for me and my wife. Don't leave again. I almost starved to death while you were gone.
Next week we'll get to veggies.
It is second to last day of March. I am really excited to say that the studio's almost complete. I won't give you the full tour yet, but we're like 99% complete. Been working a couple projects, quite a few really exciting personal projects that I've been wanting to tackle for quite a bit actually. So really excited about that. I can't go too much into detail about it because it's still in progress, but hopefully you guys will see it soon and you'll be excited. But I do have some loot and a really fun announcement. So I'm just gonna get the loot out of the way. I have a corner rounder. Now, at the job that I'm currently working, I actually have a corner rounder, and I use it on a lot of the materials that I produce. And surprisingly so, I don't know why it took me so long to get on the bandwagon of these, because I actually really like these things. I like the way they look. This is going to be a really good tool to have. Picked this up at Walmart, 10 bucks, nothing special. It's got 10mm, 4mm, 7mm setting. Pretty good. Just something that I wanted to show that I had. But the real fun piece of loot is this guy right here. You all know I absolutely love Ollie's. Ollie's is one of my favorite stores. You never know what you're going to find. And I found this guy right here in the book section. So, this is Pulp Power, The Shadow of Doc Simpson, and the Art of the Street. and Smith University. First off, the art in here is absolutely amazing. I love the Shadow. I love Doc Samson. I love this era of comics and entertainment. Like, the pulp era is so interesting, and the type of artwork too is really unique, very beautiful. The Shadow is a character that, of course, heavily inspired Batman, but I thought this was a really cool find. I thought this was really unique. Book normally sells for about $70. I picked it up for less than $15, so I thought that was a really good deal, especially with this type of artwork. I love this stuff. This is right up my alley, so I absolutely had to pick this up. Now, onto the big announcement. I talked about the loot, had a little bit of fun, but I am super excited to announce that April 19th, I will be doing a alcohol marker class at the Blick Tampa location. So, I dropped the markers. So, to participate in the class, you're just going to need this 12-pack, and we'll be actually making this illustration right here using every single color that comes in this marker set. I'm going to show techniques, going to have a lot of fun. So if you want to learn how to use alcohol markers in person, go ahead and sign up for the class. It is going to be April 19th at the Tampa Blick location. It's going to be a lot of fun. All you need is the Blick 12-pack, and you'll be able to craft your very own fun illustration. And yes, this is the original. You can see right there. Don't get that with a print. But yeah, having a lot of fun doing the classes, been able to do more of those. I even have another event planned and booked, which you'll be hearing about soon. So overall, I want to thank you guys so much for the support. Seriously, your guys' comments have been super uplifting, super thoughtful. I really appreciate everything you do. I mean, Sarah appreciates it too. I mean, it's just getting closer to making this the full-time job, and I love it. And I just want to thank you guys. So, quick announcement on the marker class. Talked about the loot. I want to thank you all so much for having an amazing month. Seriously, you guys are amazing. And I can't wait to start doing bigger, better projects in this space. So, thank you all so much. And I just have to say, keep being creative. Smoke bomb.
Woo!
I'm going to put in a smoke bomb effect. Please.